Hey guys, welcome to the Video Game Show. I'm Sean. Alright, so this is the Sony portion of E3. Their media briefing went on and they did a really good job. Sony did a great job of showing off games. The only problem that, now thinking about it in hindsight, Sony did show off a lot of games, but how many of those games were exclusives and how many of them were multi-platform? This can go for Microsoft as well. It's not a fanboy thing or anything like that. They did really good. They showed off a lot of games, but they also showed off a lot of games that are multi-platform. But in the case for Sony, though, they also do have some of these multi-platform games. They have exclusive content rights, exclusive content deals with certain games. The first game they started off with was one of those games. It was Destiny, developed by Bungie. Now with this one, they showed a trailer, they showed some footage, they announced a beta, which is coming on July 17th. They also announced a new PlayStation 4 bundle. It's going to be white. It's going to come with a system, a white controller. Destiny, it's going to come with another 30-day trial of PlayStation Plus. It's a nice little bundle. They didn't announce a price though. And then right after that, right before they ended their little section on Destiny, they stated that there will be an alpha for all PlayStation 4 users starting Thursday through the weekend, through Sunday. I forgot to go to the website before Thursday, so I didn't get it. So I'm a little bummed about that, but the game looks great. I'm really excited about this one. I swear, it's Halo and Borderlands love child, this game is. So I'm really excited about this game. Next up was the Order 1886. They went into some gameplay footage. It looks amazing. I spoke about this game last week. It has been pushed back until 2015, but it looks awesome and I can't wait for this one. They say that everything from this game is all in-engine footage, so there's nothing that's a cutscene that's been added into the game as like a pure CGI cutscene. It's all from the engine, so that's pretty awesome. These games are actually using the powerful machines that they run on, so I'm happy about that. Next up was one of the two games that were released of the copyright announcements were released by accident. This one was Entwined. Now this one is a nice little DLC downloadable game. It's using both of your thumbsticks. There's no other buttons, I don't think. It's out as of Monday on PlayStation Plus Network. It's only $10. I'm interested in getting it, but I definitely want to hear more from you guys. Let me know, guys, how is this game Entwined? It looks interesting. Next up, Sony gave off some information regarding Infamous Second Son. Only you don't need Second Son for this information. It is a Second Son DLC, but you don't need the game to play it. So you can just buy this DLC and play it. It's called Infamous First Light. It is regarding I think her name was Fetch, and she had the neon power, and it's going to go through her story. Now, I like this idea. I definitely do. I would like to see this idea, put out there as well for the other people that you get powers from, because I would like to see that. It's pretty cool. I would like to see their backstories as well. If they can give me more backstory of more people, more conduits, that'd be awesome. So I'm really excited about this one. I'm gonna have to plop down the $10-15 for this, I guess. Hopefully I can get my hands on this one pretty soon. It will be coming out in August. They didn't say specifically when in August, but August 2014. After Infamous, Sony surprised us with one of the games that started up their PlayStation 3, Little Big Planet 3. This one wasn't expected. Media Molecule wasn't expected to be there, so I guess this was a very big surprise to people. They announced that there's going to be new players in there, new characters in there. Oddsock is faster than Sackboy. He can wall jump. There's different characteristics to him. It's really interesting. The second one they did was Toggle. Now this is like a big ogre looking dude he starts off with, but because his name is Toggle, get it, you get it? He can toggle back from big and small, big, small, big, small. And so at certain areas you might need him to be big to push down levers, to push blocks, or you might need him to be small so he can run through little areas to open doors or things like that. So it's really interesting, nice little characteristics. And the last character they announced was a bird named Swoop. This bird can fly. Well, of course the bird can fly, duh. This bird can pick up people, carry them to other sections. I doubt it could pick up Toggle in its big form, but it could pick up other people, it could pick up things, it could drop things that are high, out of reach, hit them, and it's pretty cool, a nice characteristic. They also added one element to Sackboy. He can actually climb up grates like in Mario Brothers, like Super Mario World. It was a big surprise at Sony's media briefing. Everybody loved it, and so that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what happens with this, and let me know more about it, guys. Alright, so this is another point where I was talking about Microsoft and Sony did a lot of presentations about a lot of games, but some of their games, a big portion of them were multi-platform. This is the multi-platform one that I'm really excited about, Far Cry 4. They showed some gameplay on this one, and it looks beautiful. And they started off on the hillside, and I was like, wow, that's gameplay. That's wow. And so I was very surprised. It looks amazing. They showed new weapons, a nice little like semi-automatic crossbow. They showed just a lot of cool things in there in this gameplay. I'm really excited about it. You can ride an elephant, you can fly in a little one-man chopper, two-man chopper. Oh man, they also announced, now this has got me questioning, this is what I'm talking about. They have exclusive rights, content deals. It got me questioning because I was originally getting Far Cry 4 for Xbox One. But the fact is that now people can play Far Cry 4 multiplayer on your PS3 or PS4 even if they don't own the game. As long as one of their friends owns it, they could jump into their multiplayer game. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. That's pretty awesome. So I don't know, I gotta think about that now. I'm still really excited for the game. I just got decisions to make. The next trailer they started to show off, they showed off a guy who has shown a bite on his wrist. He pulls his wristband over to block it, and he starts on his little jog. And they show the deep silver logo emblem, the little thing, and I was like, crap. Dead Island 2. Alright, so I haven't played Riptide. I played the first Dead Island. I liked the idea of Dead Island, but I did not like how they put it out there on the game. They did not do a good job with it. I thought it was buggy as hell. I thought the gameplay was terrible. The idea was good, but I just thought it was a terrible game. And everything I read about Riptide makes me not want to play it because people say it's worse than the first game. So I haven't even played Riptide, and now seeing this one, the trailer looks funny, it's interesting, but I'm not interested in it unless somehow they show that they've corrected what they've messed up in the past. I'm not interested in this game. Thanks, but no thanks. Sony started going off on tangents left and right after this. They went off on a small tangent. They go, yeah, hey, you guys know that Last of Us is going to be remastered, right? Okay, well, yeah, Last of Us is also a big selling game, and they're going to put some dungeons in Diablo that are Last of Us themed. Alright, on to the next guy. And this is where, I mean, they're going off on tangents because it was about Diablo, but they started bringing up Last of Us, only to wait and bring up they're going to bring up Last of Us again later on in the media briefing, and we already know that because they have to talk about Remastered. But why didn't you just talk about it then and then connect Diablo to it after that? I don't know. They started going off on tangents, going left and right, like I don't know, it was weird. They showed a Battlefield Hardline gameplay trailer. This one was a lot shorter than the EA one. This was not the full, I think it was like 10 minutes on EA. This one was, I think, maybe like a minute or less, and they said click here for the extra 6 minutes of footage or something. So they did show off that. That was nice to put their stamp on Battlefield as well. Again, a multi-platform game. They are the ones that do have the beta though, because I am playing the beta right now and I'm playing it on PS4. They announced that Disney Infinity will have an exclusive Marvel playset with I think it was Black Widow, Thor, and Hulk. They didn't specifically say if it was all Marvel characters or if it was just that one specific set, because the guy, the way he said it, he goes, you'll only be able to Hulk smash on PlayStation 4. So what does that mean? Does that mean nobody could ever play the Hulk in any other? That sucks, I'll tell you that much right now. But yeah, that was weird. It was weird how they announced it. They wasn't very clear, so that was just a little bit off. They went into a section talking about Paradox Studios and how Paradox Studios is working. They have so many different studio like ports, I guess you could say, where headquarters, I guess you could say, and each one is working on a different PlayStation 4 game. They also started talking about Paradox Studios Magica 2. They also showed a nice little live action trailer for this. It was pretty funny actually. Only thing is I just don't play Magica, and so I have no clue really what it's about. It looks like a little dungeon, like hack and slash, beat 'em up kind of thing. And we'll see. Hopefully there's more gameplay of this one. They then went into the section about letters, and they talked about letters of doing this about PlayStation. I love this about PlayStation. I love this that you guys do this. Then they went to this one that was from a girl named Sally. And Sally was talking about how they gotta remaster some things because she likes playing this one game, but if they don't do it again, if they don't create it again, she's gonna have to burn it and steal it, and that's stealing, and stealing's bad. And I knew what it was, and they kind of mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I know who wrote this, and it was Tim Schafer that wrote the letter. They backed down on the picture, and it's Tim Schafer. Apparently, they were remastering Grim Fandango. I have never played Grim Fandango. I've seen video of it. I knew that it was Tim Schafer's game. I'm a Tim Schafer fan. I like what he does. He's very creative. I like his games. So hopefully I can play this one. It looks interesting. And they then jumped into all of their indie games. They showed a big Devolver Digital logo. They showed a big Devolver Digital logo above all these video games. So I don't know if Devolver Digital is developing or publishing all these digital games, these little indie games. But they showed a bunch of little indie games. They showed this Devolver Digital logo as the mainstay for all these. And they showed a bunch of them. Some of them look really cool. I couldn't catch a lot of the names because they showed the names on the far left section of the right. Like right here's the little logo of who made it, and the rest of it's the whole video. And for me, I was watching the video, I wasn't looking at the games, and they were only showing about 5 seconds of each game, so I didn't catch a lot of their names, but there was some in there that did catch my eye, and I'm definitely am interested in. So hopefully we get those out pretty soon this year, and hopefully they get the representation that they need to be like seen on a wide view. Like a wide view of players can see these games and play them, because the indie market is a good market for video games, and it definitely needs to stay strong. Sony's doing a great job with that, and hopefully they can keep it up. Now, after all the indie talk, there was a free-to-play mentioned, and this was the reason why this one was mentioned by itself. I think was because of who the developer is. It was Suda51. Suda51's a crazy mofo. He is very creative. His mind is just off the hook. He's like out of left field. He creates some crazy games. I loved No More Heroes though. I love that game. He also did Lollipop Chainsaw. He did a lot of games that are pretty crazy. This one's called Let It Die. They showcased this one with like a live action trailer where everybody was getting hit with like brutal attacks, baseball bats with nails through them, all kinds of crazy attacks. And as they were getting hit, it was like these live action people had little numbers coming off of them, like as if it was an RPG, like they're getting hit for this much HP or whatever. And so I thought that was really cool. It is a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and it is free to play. So we'll see. I want to see this one when it comes out. I want to see what it looks like in the actual gameplay format. Alright, let's speed it up. We got a bunch of stuff with Sony's media briefing. Next up was Giant Squid. They actually are the creators of Journey, one of the best games of last year. It actually won a lot of Game of the Year stuff. Their new game is called Abzu. It's following a guy around kind of in the same art style of Journey, and he's going underwater. He scares a shark away because he's like an alien looking guy. Weird, interesting game. We'll see what happens with this one. Now, the next one is called No Man's Sky. This is made by a 4-man development team. They've been working on this for a while now. They showed off some footage at the VGAs, actually. And from the VGAs to now, it has come a long, long way. This one is a first-person explorer, shooter, flight simulator type game. You go in, you could explore worlds, find worlds, look at creatures, animals, get XP for this, and I'm sure you can fight. They show you shooting boulders and other ships a little bit here and there. It looks interesting. It looks really, really interesting. I want to know more of the plot about this one. I want to know, is it just purely an explorer? Was it there was a Wii game where you're in the ocean and all you do is explore, deep ocean or blue ocean or something along those lines. And is it just going to be that explorer, or is there going to be a plot to it? Is there going to be a reason to why I'm doing what I'm doing? I'm very big on story. I'm very big on story. I like to play a game with story. So that's one of my main things I want to see from this game. Otherwise, it does look amazing. It does look amazing. So then they spoke about their peripherals. They started speaking about the camera, the PlayStation camera, and then they went to the Project Morpheus. They showed it on screen. They really didn't go into depth. They just said kind of like their summation there, where they're working hard to get things out to you guys, us gamers, and yeah, they went on their way about that. They then went on to talk about some some things regarding the share button. YouTube will soon be able to go straight from the share button. That's really good. That way I could put some videos onto my YouTube instead of having to go through Facebook. We're going to be doing 3 new Playroom DLCs. So if you have the camera, you can actually do those games in the Playroom with your camera. They have over 25 free-to-play games coming up pretty soon. There's going to be an open beta for PlayStation Now on July 13th. So that's the big one right here out of this whole little things that they were starting to talk about, is the PlayStation Now. It's going to be a digital rental program. depending on what the prices are, this can be very worthwhile, and I just want more information. We'll see, hopefully in the beta, hopefully the beta, you can sign up for the beta, hopefully they give us some access to what's actually going to be costing and things of that nature in the beta. Alright, so remember I was speaking about Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat X, and I was talking about how kind of the movements were slow a little bit in that one trailer that was put out last week. Well, this one they showed some actual gameplay at their conference. It looked a lot quicker, visceral, and more like what I was expecting from Mortal Kombat 10. So my worries are gone now. Mortal Kombat 10 looks bloody and brutal and awesome, and that one they showed off again. Though this one is a multi-platformer. Sony then wasted about 10 minutes of our time bringing out Brian Michael Bendis. He's a very big comic book guy, creator, writer, been working in Marvel forever. He's also created this one comic called Powers. He spent another 5 minutes 5-10 minutes talking about Powers and what they're doing. It's going to be a live action show for Sony, like Microsoft has spoken about, where they got freaking hell for it, but I haven't heard anybody talk bad about Sony for them doing this, so I don't understand. I know it's only one thing, but it is something. He went on, wasted our time talking about it, and then goes, hey, and we have a screenshot. Here it is. And that's all he did. Like, yeah, we have no video or anything, but there's a screenshot, concept art. And like, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You wasted 10 minutes of my time for that crap? There was points in Sony's press conference like that where I just kind of got exasperated by them. Right after that, they gave me another point. They talked about all this stuff for like games. They've made fun of Microsoft about things for so long. They've tried to like do things that are so just kind of ruthless, but then they do this thing with Powers, waste my time. And then they show a movie trailer for Ratchet Clank. I know Ratchet Clank, the movie, is a CGI movie based off the Ratchet Clank game, but it's not a video game. Like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't come here to watch a movie trailer. Like, my mind wasn't in that point where I wanted to see that. I was like, really? You're wasting more of my time. You could have done that in a press release. I got exasperated with them for about 20 minutes right there, and I was a little tired of what they were doing. They were able to bring it back, but this is the point where they brought it back, is kind of like where I said they were kind of all over the place on tangents. They came back to The Last of Us Remastered finally. They showed us a trailer. Why didn't they just do that when they showed Diablo? Why? They just wanted to... I think some people think that the longer it goes, the better it is, or things of that nature. And I was really just kind of like, why? Just show it when you started talking about it earlier. But they brought it back. They showed the trailer. It looks good, just like PS3 version did. If they do a deal where I can trade in my PS3 version and get the new one for like $10, I'll do that. But yeah, it's remastered, coming out to PS4 on July 29th. Then showed the Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain trailer. This one, it looks amazing. It's really, really gorgeous graphically. I can't say enough good things about it. I was lost when this started though, because I haven't played the Metal Gear Solid games. I'm sorry. And because of that, I don't really know what's going on. I know a couple characters' names, and that's about it. And so I was lost throughout this trailer, but for Metal Gear Solid fans, I'm sure like you were going bonkers with this one. They then showed a trailer that announced GTA 5 was coming to PS4. Now, see, this is another thing. Like, some people were like, oh, yeah, PS4 exclusive. Oh, yeah, suck it, Xbox, suck it, PC. Thing is, like, I was like, come on, you really think that this game that was multi-platform already is going to be just on PS4? No. This trailer told me that it was, what I got from this trailer was that, okay, now it's going to be on all the current gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and now on PC. So that's good news for everybody, because I know a lot of people like getting in there on PC and putting in all those mods, so that's good news. After the GTA 4, they followed up a multi-platform game with another multi-platform game, Batman Arkham Knight. Now this one, they showed, it was pure gameplay, and it was amazing. This game was delayed till 2015, but it looks amazing right now, and it's just, I'm excited for this game. It looks awesome. I can't wait for it to come out. So in closing though, they showed off one last final thing, and I was really happy they did this, and I was happy because I felt like if they didn't do this whole conference for them was going to be a fail. This is what I said beforehand. So they showed off a gentleman's face in the sand, and it was Nathan Drake. And so it's an Uncharted 4 teaser. It's supposedly it's all in-engine footage, not CGI cutscenes or anything like that. It's all in-engine footage. So wow, I gotta say, that's all I can say is wow. Finally, these games are coming on these next gen, these current gen, I should say, because it's not next gen anymore. This current gen titles, Xbox One, PS4, and they are looking beautiful. They are looking like they are supposed to look with this new hardware. It looked awesome. I'm really excited about this. It's called A Thief's End, and I could tell right then that it's going to revolve around pirates, and it was announced later that it is going to be revolving around a pirate's booty. It just looks awesome. I can't wait till this one comes out. I hopefully the drama and everything that happened with Naughty Dog can be pushed aside for now, and they can make a good game. I'm really excited for that one. Alright guys, so that's it for the video game show, the Sony portion of E3. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, inquiries, and suggestions for video game of the week in the comment section down below. Let's have a great conversation. We'll see you next time.